Hello, it's nighttime, so it's kind of dark in here, but I'm going to show you the teas that I have. I basically bought these teas to make shampoo or hair rinses, but I also drink them, so that's good. I think it's very good with things. If you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. I mean, I don't follow that rule, but I think it's a good rule to follow. So here I have sage tea. I have nettle root, which is my main focus, which I've talked about, is high in iron. And I have here rosemary leaf. That's good for your hair, making your hair for a rinse. Sage is also good for making your hair dark. Rosemary is good. You know, that's very good for growth. And we have here horsetail, which is also, I believe it's called silica, which is good for growth. So all of these are good for growth. I'm trying to zoom in. I purchased them off of Mountain Rose Herbs. All of these are 1 pound bags. So we have here our horsetail, our rosemary leaf, our nettle. You see most of my nettle was gone. And sage. And I'm actually, when I make my high protein drink, or maybe I'll call it a smoothie, I'm going to use nettle root as my base now instead of the rice milk. So I'm actually going to show you how I infuse my tea. When you infuse the tea, you actually take 1 ounce of the tea and you add 1 quart of water. So you put it in a mason jar. I'm sorry, not a mason jar, but a wide mouth jar. If you could put it in a mason jar if you want to, but I choose a wide mouth jar. So I'm going to show you how I infuse my tea and tell you a little bit about that too. Actually, infused tea is better for you than the teas you actually buy because they're stronger and they're fresher. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, these are some of the teas that I drink. Cranade, Healthy Fasting, Detox Tea, Mullein Leaf. They do work. With these infused teas, you could drink 2 to 4 cups a day. I'll do a little bit more research, but with Cranade, this is supposed to treat your urinary health. Healthy Fasting, these are herbs and things that are good for you if you're not eating everything, a lot of things that you should be eating if you're on a fast. Detox, this does detox. Well, I think green tea is a very good detox because if I drink green tea, I am detoxing all day. Mullein tea. This is also good. This is good for your hair too. Anything that cleans out your liver or that's a blood purifier is excellent for your hair, as you know, blood flows through our scalp, through our follicles, and the blood stimulation is rich. But basically, these are the teas that I'm using now, and I'm going to show you how to steep it in a second. Okay, I'm going to measure out 1 ounce of nettle, and then I'm going to steep it. So many herbalists believe that a handful of nettle is equal to 1 ounce, or a cup of nettle, but suppose you have big hands, or suppose you have small hands. So I'm just going to measure it out. And my hands are kind of full. I only have 2, so I'm going to see how I'm going to do this. One moment. Okay, here we go as my battery dies. This nettle smells really good. Okay, I have a handful. Let's see if it comes out to be 1 ounce. See? That's not 1 ounce. Oh my gosh, this smells really good. Okay. Now it's 0.7. It's not quite 1. Still not 1 ounce. You know what? I might have to. Okay, I was trying to cheat, but the scale moves. Okay, that's 1.1. So we're going to put this tea into our big jar. I'm going to fill it with water and then we'll have our nettle tea in the morning. One moment. You know, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So I actually put the herbs in a jar. I guess you didn't need to see me do that. That's not quite a 1 quart jar. It's exactly maybe 1 quart, but not quite. So I'm going to buy some larger jars. If anyone knows where I can get some ball jars, let me know. These are called curd jars, and I purchased these at Michael's, but I would prefer to have the ball jars because they actually have measurements on the side of how much water you're pouring. And I don't think I quite have enough water here. Yeah, I'm going to have to boil some more. But you pretty much get the gist of it, don't you? You pour the water in till it's to the top, and then you fill it completely to the top, and then you put the lid on. And I'm going to let it steep overnight. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put more water in. I'm going to boil more water until we reach the top. Then we put the lid on and we let it steep overnight. Then that's how we have our infusion of tea. And I may use 2 cups of it for my infusion. I'm going to use 2 cups of it for my smoothie, my iron drink, and I'll probably drink 2 cups of it by itself. Our water is ready, the rest of it, so we're going to pour it in. Fill it to the rim. To the rim, okay? We have it filled to the rim. I'm going to stir it some more. Because you know what? These herbs are going to suck up the water. So in the morning, the water will probably be down to here. So that's it. And then we just put our lid on. And there you have it. You let it sit overnight and you have your infused tea. You could do this with any tea. You could do it with the teas I showed you, horsetail, nettle, sage, burdock, whatever it is, you can do that. And you just measure out 1 ounce of tea. You add 1 quart of water to a quart ball jar or whatever jar it is. You could, whatever, as long as it's a wide mouth jar, as long as you could get the lid on tight, and it's a quart jar. It's 1 ounce weighed, 1 ounce of herb to 1 quart of water, and you let it steep. And that's it.